Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. In today's video from mathematics subject, lines and angles topic we are going to discuss. So in our previous class, we have completed the concept of line segments children. We learned regarding how to measure line segments just by observation, that is one method, using the divider, second method, using the ruler, third method, using the combination of both the ruler and divider. Regarding these concepts we have discussed already. Now in today's class, let's learn about the concept of measure of angles. Measure of angles. Here children, the angle means the magnitude or size. The magnitude or size of an angle, actually it is defined as the amount of rotation of the line. Suppose if you have a line, this line is rotating by what size or by what value or magnitude, that will be called as angle. That will be called as angle. Means the amount of rotation made by the line is called as angle, and that amount is normally measured in degrees. That amount normally measured in degrees. So this magnitude does not depend on the lengths of arms of an angle. Suppose if this is the line, from here the line is rotating up to here, whatever angle made by this line when it is in initial position, let us consider it as arm, first arm. In the final position, the line, let us consider it as second arm. The angle made by the lines or arms does not depend on the length of the arm. This arm may be small, this arm may be longer, it doesn't matter. Only it depends on this line or this arm, how much rotation it has made. Only on that concept only the measurement of angle will depend. Suppose we have a ray OP. Here, suppose we are having a ray OP. OP ray is there. It is rotating around O. Let's suppose it is rotating around the point O. From the fixed position OA. From the fixed position OA. Let A be a point on OP ray. Then OA is a fixed line segment or fixed position. From there the OP ray is rotating to different positions like OP1, OP2, OP3, OP4, OP5, OP6, OP7, OP8, OP9. OP9. So here from OP to OP1, how much rotation is made, that is considered as one angle. That is considered as one angle. From OP to OP1, this is one angle. From OP to OP2, this is another angle. From OP to OP3, this is another angle. Like that, between two rays or between one rotation, we can define different angle. For different positions, we can have different angles. So here, if you observe this OP2, OP9, because OP9 is again coinciding with the OP line, so the angle made in the rotation of OP to OP9 is complete angle, one complete circle, one complete angle. So here children, so the measure of angle or its size depends upon the amount of opening between its sides. The amount of opening between its sides, but not on the length of the arm. But not on the length of the arm. But not on the length of the arm. So here, suppose this is a BC ray, this is a BA ray, BA ray. So these two rays or these two lines, they are rotated, they are opened by how much part? They are opened by how much part? This opening part is called as an angle. So you have the angle, angle name usually denoted with capital letters. So the common end point will comes in the middle. Here B is the common point of AB ray and BC ray. That B will come in the middle. On one side we can take other point on this line. On other side we can take other point on this second arm. So ABC, B will be in the middle. So the angle or this opening is represented by capital letters ABC, or sometimes we can make use of the symbol angle ABC, or it is denoted with small letter. Instead of angle ABC, we can mention it with a small letter like B. Here they have mentioned with B. Angle B. Angle B. Symbolically, it is mentioned like this. But in the diagram, in the geometrical figure, it is mentioned with arc of a circle. It is mentioned with arc of a circle. Angle is mentioned with arc of a circle. Next one. So, degree measure of an angle. Degree measure of an angle. So, many centuries ago in Babylonia, in Egypt, there was a place called Babylonia. It was decided to divide the circles into 360 equal parts. That people, the mathematicians around that period of Babylonia, they have decided to divide the circle into 360 equal parts. 360 equal parts, and to use one of the 360 parts as one unit. One part out of 360 parts, they have decided to use it as a one unit. One unit, and that unit we are using still today, and that unit is called as degree. Degree. So instead of spelling out the words degree or degrees, we usually use the symbol, this 0 in the exponent. Suppose 30 degrees, 30 to the power of 0, like that. 0 in the exponent place, like that we will denote. So here, degree means circle is divided into 360 equal parts, and out of 360 equal parts, one part is considered as a degree. Suppose here 0, this 10th part, 20th part, 30th part, 40th part, 50th part, 60, 70, 80, 90. Up to here 90 parts, 90 degrees. Up to here 90 parts. So again this part also will be equal to 90 parts, because like this part. So this will be 180. This part also again will be equal to 90. 180 plus 90, 270. 270 plus 90, 360. Coincides with 0. Coincides with 0. But here the place between 0 and 10, 0 and 10 also divided into 10 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Between 0 to 10 also, in this diagram they have not mentioned, but we will be having parts like this. between 0 to 10, there will be 10 equal parts, and this 0 to this first part is called as 1 degree. 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, 4 degrees, 5 degree, like that. So like that. So degree means circle is divided into 360 parts. Out of that, one part is called as a degree. Next slide. So here, this diagram shows circle divided into 360 equal parts. So 0 to 1, 1 degree, 0 to 10, 10 degree. So this 1 degree is read as 1 degree. This 0 to 10, suppose this is 0, this is 10, this 0, this is 10. This arc, this opening is called as 10 degree arc. Suppose this 0 to 40, 40 degree arc. 0 to 90, 90 degree arc. So like that, we have 10 degree arcs, 20 degree arcs, like that. Now question is, what fractional part of circle is the 90 degree arc? They are asking us, this 90 degree arc will be what part of total circle? This is the total circle. Out of total circle, this 90 degree arc will be what part? So like this 90 degrees, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, or 90 degrees out of 360 degrees. If we divide, it will be equal to 1/4 part. So 90 degrees arc is 1/4 part of a circle. 1/4 part of a circle. Or if we take 180 degrees arc, 180 degrees arc means this. At this point, this total angle, this total arc is known as 180 degrees arc. That 180 degree arc is how much part of circle? Like this 180 degrees arcs, we have one in the upper part of circle, one below part of the circle. We have only two parts like this. So this 180 part will be 1/2, half part of the circle, half of the circle. So that's why this half part is known as semicircle. Half part is known as semicircle. And 360 degrees means at the middle point, total, complete arc. This complete arc measures 360 degrees. So this is known as complete circle. Complete circle, or it is known as complete angle. Complete angle. Complete angle means which is equal to 360 degrees. Complete angle. Even for 90 degrees also, we are having a special name called right angle. 90 degrees angle is known as right angle. And 180 degrees also, we are having a special name because this 180 degrees arc formed on the straight line. So that's why 180 degrees angle is known as straight angle. 180 degrees angle is known as straight angle. So here children, arc means the arc degree does not measure the length of the arc. It does not measure the length of the arc, or this length of the arc, because between these two lines only, for representing this angle, we can draw this arc, we can draw this, we can draw this, we can draw any kind of arc, but this opening by all arcs is measured by 30 degrees only. This smaller arc, bigger arc, longer arc, it doesn't matter, because all the arcs are representing the same opening of the arms, they all represent only one value, one size. So they do not measure length of the arc. Next slide. So these are the normal. Usually, in so many cases, we will be using these normal angles here in first diagram. So when the in the circle, when the ray is in at starting position, then the angle made by the ray is 0 degrees. Angle made by OA ray is, as it is not moving, the angle made by OA ray is 0 degrees. Suppose if it is rotated for 1/4 part, 1/4 part, then it will make 90 degrees angle. 1/4 of 360 degrees equal to 90 degrees. If it rotates half part of 360 equal to 180 degrees. If it rotates 3/4 part, then it is equal to 270 degrees. If it rotates completely, one rotation, then the angle will be equal to 360 degrees. So these are the standard rotations of angles generally we consider, children. So 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, 360 degrees. 0 means no rotation at all. 90 degrees means 1/4 part of rotation. 180 degrees means half part of rotation. 270, 3/4 of rotation. 360, one complete rotation. Next one, rotation round the clock. Rotation round the clock. You might have observed the clock, wall clock, children. It will be having some numbers, numbers around the arc, around the circle, numbers calibrated around the circle, starting from 1 to 12, starting from 1 to 12, and it will be having some hands. It will be having some hands like minutes hand, seconds hand, hours hand. It will be having some hands for representing the time in seconds, minutes, and hours. So let's learn about angles using the clock. So here based on the clock and based on the hands, we have to represent the time. When the minutes hand of a clock starts at 12 and reaches 3. In the diagram, they have mentioned only the minutes hand, children. Other hands they have neglected. Only minutes hand they have taken here. Minutes hand starts at 12. Reaches 3. So then, so what angle it will represent? What angle it will represent? So 12 to 12, one complete part, but it is moving from 12 to 3 only. According to our standard rotations, it is looking like 90 degrees rotation. It is looking like 90 degrees rotation because out of complete rotation, it has completed quarter part. Quarter part of rotation means 1/4 part of rotation, which is equal to 90 degrees. So this 12 to 3, this rotation is considered as quarter past in a clock. Quarter past in clock, which is equal to 90 degrees. So here, suppose if it has moved from 12 to 6, then it is equal to half past. It has moved off rotation, so then it is considered as half past, which is equal to 180 degrees. So if it has moved from 12 to 9, then we have to name it as quarter 2. For 1/4th rotation, we have taken it as quarter past. But for 3/4th rotation, we have to take it as quarter to 270 degrees. Quarter to, it is mentioned as 270 degrees. Suppose from 12 it has moved up to 12. From 12 it has moved up to 12. It has made one complete round, which is equal to 360 degrees. Which is equal to 360 degrees. So in practical use, while measuring the time using the wall clocks or any clock, we will make use of angle concept, children. We will make use of angle concept. Here, children, how many minute divisions are there on a clock face? Clock face will be having how many minute divisions? The region between 12 to 12 will be divided into 60 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 12 to 1, 5 parts, 1 to 2, 5 parts, 2 to 3, 5 parts, 3 to 4, 5 parts, like that bigger parts. Like that bigger parts will be there. Like that bigger parts will be there. So altogether it will be having 60 parts. 60 parts. 60 parts means 60 minutes. So because it is having only 12, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It is calibrated with 12 numbers starting from 1 to 12. The region between 12 to 1, the region between 12 to 1 is divided into 5 parts. 1 to 2 is divided into 5 parts. Like that, 12 parts into 5 parts, 12 into 5, altogether it will be having 60 minute divisions. 60 minute divisions. Now, between 12 to 1, how many minutes are there? Between 12 to 1, we have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. Between 12 to 1, we are having only 5 divisions. So, 12 to 1, this region corresponds to only 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So, next. Now, what is the measure of angle the minute hand has turned through in moving from 12 to 1? Now, what is the angle or what is the arc? Suppose the minute hand is at 12, it has moved to 1. Now, what is the angle made by the minute hand while rotating from 12 to 1? Means 12 to 1 and again 1 to 2, 12, 2 to 3, 2 to 3. Actually, this 12 to 3 corresponds to quarter rotation, 90 degrees. In that 90 degrees arc, 12 to 1, one part, 1 to 2, another part, 2 to 3, another part. We have 3 parts between 12 to 3. So, each part will be equal to 30 degrees. Each part will be equal to 30 degrees. So, 12 to 1, 30 degrees. 1 to 2, 30 degrees. 2 to 3, 30 degrees. So that 12 to 3 will be equal to 90 degrees. So, children, the angle made between 12 to 1 is 30 degrees. Again, in 12 to 1 also, between 12 to 1 also we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divisions. Now the question is, what is the arc? What is the angle between? Angle between this 12, 12 and this part. This part means it is 1 minute. Here we have, here the number is 1 means it does not mean that it is 1 minute. Actually on the wall clock, whatever one we see, it's not 1 minute. It is equal to 5 minutes. It is equal to 5 minutes. On the wall clock, 1 minute means after 12, before 1, there will be 5 divisions. The first division will be 1 minute. The first division line will be 1 minute line. So here the arc between the 12 and 1 minute passed from 12 means 1 minute crossed after 12. Between these two minutes hands, what is the angle formed? What is the measure of this angle? Actually, this 5 parts, this 5 minutes together is equal to 30 degrees, because 12 to 1 the angle is 30 degrees. But in the 30 degrees, we have 5 minutes, means we have 5 parts, 5 arcs. Now each arc will be equal to 30 degrees by 5, equal to 60 degrees, 6 degrees. So between 12 and 1 minute passed from 12, there will be an angle of 60 degrees. So 1 minute will make an angle of 60 degrees. And 5 minutes will make an angle of 30 degrees. 5 minutes will make an angle of 30 degrees. 1 minute will make an angle of 6 degrees. 6 degrees. Okay, children, that is about a wall clock and the angle. So, remaining topics, children, we can learn in our next video. So, thank you for watching our video, children. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates. You can also visit our website aimstudio.in for information regarding online classes, quizzes, worksheets, activities, English class and coding skills. Thank you, children. Have a good day.